Apparently Jaclyn Hill came on TikTok the other day and was talking about how she used to get a bunch of views and now she's getting little to no views on her page. Oh my god, my stomach is growling. That was embarrassing. Let's address the elephant in the room, okay? There's a lot of factors as to why that she may not be getting views anymore. The biggest one is that there are new influencers. Like, there's always a new influx of new influencers, and even though they all kind of do the same thing, people like to see different things. She was really popping in the 2010s. I wasn't the type of person that watched her videos because I don't really know how to do makeup, but when she had like Jaclyn Hill cosmetics, like that was really popping in the 2010s, but she's kind of a has-been at this point. That's the nicest way I can put it. She was a has-been, and people are just kind of like moving on from that. Another big thing is that she's very out of touch, and a lot of influencers are. Once they start getting money, they kind of forget like other people's problems around them, and that there's people out there struggling financially and stuff, so they are constantly flaunting, oh my god, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at this new Louis Vuitton bag. And it's very, like, I don't get offended by it personally, but a lot of people get offended by that, honestly. Like, you worked for that, like, I'm proud of you personally, but it can come off very tone deaf to people, especially what's going on economically right now with people living paycheck to paycheck. People are not being able to eat. There's people relying on food banks right now. I mean, a couple months ago, people were losing access to their food stamps, so people were not really eating around that time, and people were stressed out over that time because of the government shutdown. There was a lot of stuff going on this year economically if you haven't been keeping up with it, but I don't think influencers are really sitting up here reading articles like me and watching the news like me, like, oh wow, that's what's going on with the poor people. Oh, that's not my problem. So like, I don't know, like, it's just very tone deaf sometimes, and I think that's why people are like, oh well, that's why you're not getting views, because you're just out of touch, you know what I mean? That's how a lot of people felt about Emma Chamberlain when she started blowing up back in 2018, 2017, and everyone was like, oh my god, you're so out of touch, when she started getting a lot of traction and she started getting like brand deals. She was going to Met Gala and all that stuff. People were like, oh my god, like, you're not relatable anymore. You know, this is just a thing. People do this with every influencer. Once they get to that status, they're like, well, we don't have anything in common anymore. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to watch things because it's relatable to them. People like relatable content a lot of the times. She needs to understand that there's new influencers coming in all the time, and they're new, they're young, and she's not old. Let me emphasize that. She's not old, but she's considered a has-been. Like, she just posts about what she bought, and she makes a lot of hauls that is way beyond our tax bracket, and it's cool to see sometimes, but it's also like, it's not our lives, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Those are just things that I personally have gathered. Those are just things that she doesn't have to worry about, is getting broke and all that stuff. But if you're getting views at all, you should be thankful, because honestly, like, I looked at her thing, and I mean, it's like 5,000 likes. I don't know the views. I don't really like watch her like on that way, in that way, but I'm just saying, like, be grateful that you're getting something, because some people get nothing. There's a lot of people complaining on here that they're not getting any type of views unless they pay for promotion. And so you gotta be happy with something, personally.